This idea was put in place to make Black women feel guilt and shame for dating outside of their race so that we will forever remain loyal to Black men. I've seen movies and TV shows and just confessions from women in real life about the shame and the guilt they feel for dating outside of their race or wanting to date outside of their race. And I hear so many Black women say that if they don't get a Black man, they're never going to get married. It has to be a Black love thing. And I'm okay. I'm going to be honest with you. It breaks my heart every time I hear a Black woman say something like that. I think if marriage and relationships and building a family is what you want to do, I think the goal should be to do that with somebody who loves you, regardless of what race or ethnicity they are. And sometimes that's going to mean not getting the fantasy of Black love. We as Black women are so loyal to Black men, and we do not get that same loyalty in return. Let me put to you this way, there was a time in my life when if I found out that a white man was married to Black women or dated Black women, I was shocked by that. Now it's to the point where if I find out that a Black man is married to a Black woman or dates Black women, I'm shocked. So that should tell you something. For so long, the task of building communities and keeping communities together and fighting for the cause was put on the backs of Black women. We are the ones that have to maintain the community. It's our responsibility to bring the world together. And because of that, came this idea that it's our responsibility to make Black families and to keep Black families together. Whilst at the same time, Black men can go off and do what they want and, dust their hands off and leave all the dirty work to us. When it's time to protest some kind of injustice against a Black man, that task is put on Black women. However, Black men, I do not think that there is a month or a week that goes by that I don't come on YouTube or TikTok and see a video of a Black man trashing Black women in some way. Now, I know that some Black man is going to comment on this video and say, well, you're tearing Black men apart with this video. Let's not be willfully obtuse here. There's a difference in me saying, this is what I observed. Y'all have seen it too. These are the facts. And we need to call it out and we need to talk about it. There's a difference in that. And then coming on the internet and saying, hey, white women are better because they're more submissive and they give us what we want, and Black women are loud, angry, and obnoxious. My whole messaging is, I think Black women need to broaden their horizons. If you want to still date Black men, then do that. But I think you need to be open to everybody to widen the range of available options for you. We as Black women who are a part of the 92%, we're all, saying we're resting, we're not doing any protesting, we're not coming to save the day anymore. And I definitely think that a lot of that rest for Black women, a part of that rest needs to be, I'm going to go where the love is for me. I'm going to go where I am respected. And I'm sure somebody's going to say, well, you think white people respect Black women? Well, just yesterday alone, I came across 2 news stories of Black men who killed Black women. And I made a video a long time ago about interracial relationships and how to navigate through them. And so many women commented on that video talking about how exhausting it would be to date a white man. I've dated Black men too. And it was exhausting to be with them too. I saw the video of a woman saying that when you're in a relationship with a white man, that means that you're going to come to him and say, babe, somebody was being racist against me. And that white man's going to say, well, maybe you heard them wrong, or maybe you misunderstood, or maybe you didn't mean it like that. I've had situations like that with black men too. As a matter of fact, back when I was with my abusive ex-husband, we had gone to a car dealership to look at cars. And the salesman was trying to get my attention about something, and he grabbed my arm. Now, before you start hooting and hollering and telling me what you would have done and what I should have done, nobody fucking cares. That was years ago, okay? I was still a baby. Let it go. You don't have to prove that you're big, bad, and tough here. But I remember telling my then husband, he just looked at me and went, now, do I think that is a lot to do with trauma and how in slavery days black men could lose their lives if they stood up for a black woman? Like, what are you gonna do? Cuss your master out? Yeah, I think that plays a lot into why some black men don't take up for black women, because it's in their DNA to do that, in order to self-preserve. But I've experienced situations with white men where I said, hey, this happened, and they immediately took action in that situation in defense of me. Have I heard of situations where black women were with abusive, racist white men? Yeah, I have heard of those situations. As a matter of fact, years ago, I worked with a man who I wound up reporting to HR. But years ago, I worked with a man who would always say racist shit. And then when I would look at him crazy, or somebody would be like, what the hell are you talking about? He would say, well, it's okay. I'm married to a black woman. So there's going to be idiotic men in every race. I have been making content about toxic relationships since damn near 2009, okay? And I have had women from every religion, every ethnicity, every race, every financial status, every educational level come to me and share the story about how their man abused and used them. So let's go ahead and get that straight. But I'm going to end this video with this example, okay? Let's say you're looking for a red fur coat. I'm just making it up. I don't care if you think a fur coat is ugly or not. Just listen. Let's say you're looking for a red fur coat, and you go to one store, and you're like, I'm only going to this store. I'm not going to any other store. If I don't find a red coat here, then I'm not going anywhere else. I'd rather just not have a fur coat. So you go in that store. You look at the fur coats. They don't have any red fur coats. They have peach fur coats. They have pink fur coats. And you decide, you know what, I just want a fur coat. So you wind up getting the peach or the pink fur coat. And you're never really happy with it. But I mean, hey, you said you were only going to shop at this store. Or maybe the coat, maybe you're like, I really do like this coat, but it causes your skin to itch. And you're like, no, I said I was going to get a coat from this store. I'm not going anywhere else. So you endure the pain and the irritation of wearing that coat because you only wanted to go to that store and you're not going to go anywhere else. But then your friend says, you know what, I would like a red fur coat, but I am open to going around the mall and seeing what the mall has to offer. And she finds the exact red coat that she's looking for at another store. And now she's happy. And you're sitting around trying to search for creams and medicines that will help you better tolerate an irritation that could possibly end up killing you. Be open to shop at other stores, okay?